Welcome to Summertime is Reading Time in the Diamond. I'm Dr. Martinez Andree, and I'm excited to be reading with you tonight. I'm a pediatrician with Children's Primary Care Medical Group. With the help of the American Academy of Pediatrics and the San Diego chapter of Reach Out and Read, we provide books for children, and we encourage you to be reading 20 minutes every night. So snuggle up and read close and have some quality time with your family. Tonight, with the permission of Chronicle Books in San Francisco, I'm going to be reading The Night I Followed the Dog. It is both written and illustrated by Nina Layden. The Night I Followed the Dog. I have a dog. Nothing exotic or special, just an ordinary dog. In fact, I always thought he was a boring dog. What I mean, he can fetch, roll over, and shake hands. But mostly, he sleeps and eats. See, he's keeping an eye on the food. I used to think that our next-door neighbors had the best dog in the world. Their dog can sing and change TV channels. Their dog always wins medals in obedience school. 1, 2, 3. But I don't think their dog is so great anymore. Not since the night I followed my dog. Every night I let my dog out and he runs off into the darkness with his tail wagging. The next morning I let him in and he heads straight for the food bowl. But one morning I knew something was funny. When I opened the door a little bit earlier than usual, I saw my dog jump out of a limousine wearing a tuxedo. Before I could look twice, he disappeared into the backyard. I opened the kitchen door and whistled. When he came into the house, he was the same as always, hungry. I really wasn't sure that I believed what I had seen, so that night I decided to follow him. I wore dark clothing so I couldn't be noticed, and I left my bicycle near the door so I would have it close by. When I let the dog out, I slipped out too. I took out the garbage so he wouldn't suspect anything. The dog went straight into his doghouse. I saw a light go on inside. Slowly, I snuck around the backyard and peeked into the doghouse. This was not the doghouse that I had helped build. Inside, there was a living room, a bathroom, and a huge closet full of fancy clothes. The dog was in the bathroom. He was fumbling with his bow tie. When he came out, he casually walked out of the doghouse, across the yard, and down the street. I grabbed my bicycle and followed him. 2 blocks later, I saw a limousine pull over. The dog got in, and the car took off. I started pedaling faster. The car headed across town. I thought I would lose them, but luckily, they were stopped by a few lights. 1, 2. After a while, I found myself in a part of town that I had never been before. The buildings all seemed to be empty, and it was empty and quiet. The limousine stopped. I hid and watched my dog get out. He disappeared into the building, and the limousine pulled away. There was nothing on the outside of the building, just 2 brass fire hydrants on either side of the entrance. I opened the door. At the end of the hall, there was a neon sign that said, "The Doghouse." I crept closer. It looked like some kind of club. I decided to get a closer look. The moment I opened the door, 2 mean bulldogs appeared and said, "You can't come in here." I didn't know what to say, so I said, "But my dog, I think my dog's in there." Just then, my dog walked over and said, "It's okay, boys. He's with me." The bulldog said, "Sure, boss. Whatever you say, boss." For a minute, that seemed like forever. I I waited. Then my dog said, "I knew you would find out eventually." Well, now you know. This is my place. I looked around, and finally I asked, "What is this place?" My dog said, This is a place where dogs come after a hard day. It's a place where we can relax. It's a place where we can talk about our problems with the mailman or the poodle next door. See all the sofas? We can sit on the sofas here. We can get treats without having to lie down or roll over or play dead. And if we want to chew on a shoe or chase our tail, no one stops us. We have no masters here, no leashes, and no rolled up newspapers. This is a place where dogs can be dogs. We sat down. A Cocker Spaniel came by and asked me if I would like a bowl of water or some biscuits. Little by little, all kinds of dogs started coming in. Some danced, some talked. They all looked at me a little funny, but when they saw who I was with, they smiled and shook my hand. At one point, my dog waved to an Afghan with a camera. She came over to our table and took a picture of us. Being with my dog made me feel like a movie star. It's a movie star right there. Just when I was really starting to enjoy myself, I looked at my watch. I told my dog I had to leave or I'd get in trouble. He nodded. I think he was about to say something, but a glamorous greyhound grabbed his paw and whisked him to the dance floor. He was getting up. He tossed me the photo of the two of us. Then he bowed slightly and disappeared into the crowd. It was way past my bedtime as I pedaled home into the cool night. I thought to myself, now I'm really going to be in the doghouse. But then again, that might not be so bad. The end. Thank you for watching.